Hey guys, welcome to Sew It Yourself. For today's project, I am going to share you how to cut and stitch this beautiful night suit. For that, I have taken a 1 meter top fabric and a 2.5 meter bottom fabric. Now, without any further delay, let's get into the video. To begin with, I am going to show you how to fold and mark the top portion. For that, firstly, open the fabric and fold it widthwise. Here you can see 2 layers are there, so fold it one more time. Here you can see 4 layers are there. This is open side and the other side is the folded side. So from here mark ½ inch down and draw a straight line. After this I am going to mark the length of the top, which is 27 inch in my case, which includes seam allowance. So the actual length of the top is 25 inch. I have added 2 inch for seam allowance. So now draw a straight line, then cut this. So the remaining fabric we will use for the sleeves. Now I am going to mark the shoulder measurement. So mark 6.5 inch. If you want some loose fit for the top, then you can add some ½ inch. Then here also mark ½ inch down. Then mark 3 inch. This is the neck width point. Then join these 2 points. From this point I am going to mark the armhole depth, which is 6.5 inch. I am taking the same measurement as the shoulder. Now join these points. From the shoulder you have to mark 7 inch, then 15 inch and then 21 inch. So 7 inch is the chest measurement, 15 inch is the waist measurement and 21 inch is the hip measurement. So extend these points and then we are going to mark the measurement here. In my measurement, chest is 40 inch divided by 4 is 10 inch. So I am marking 10 inch here plus seam allowance. Since it's a 1 meter fabric, you will have only less amount of fabric for the seam. So I am adding only 1 inch for the seam allowance. For waist measurement, it is not compulsory. So if you want, you can do this. Otherwise, you can take ½ inch less than the chest measurement. Here I have marked around 9.5 inch. And for hip measurement also, I am marking 11 inch. And that's it. Join these points. Now draw back armhole curve here. Then mark ½ inch inwards, and also you have to join this with the shoulder point. After that you have to mark ½ inch down for front armhole curve and then draw a slight curve like this. Now I am going to mark the neck depth. Mark 2 inch for back neck and 4.5 inch for the front neck. And then join these points. For both front and the back portion, I am going to draw the round neckline. And for front portion, I am going to mark the placket, that is stitch the placket. For that, you have to mark from this point. Mark 4.5 inch from here. I'll explain this portion while stitching. Then join these 2 points. And that's it. Now I am going to cut it. Firstly, cut only the back armhole and the neck. Make small notches. Leave some ½ inch space and then mark notches at the chest point. Now trim the back neck. After this, Remove the back portion and for the front portion, trim the neck and the armhole. I am going to slit this portion up to that 4.5 inch in order to attach a placket there. So this is how it looks. With this front portion cutting is complete, now I'll share you how to fold the sleeves. For sleeves, I have taken the remaining fabric and I'll adjust the fabric according to the required width of the sleeve. So from this point I am marking 5 inch, which is the length of my sleeve. So I'll trim the excess fabric. Now this is the folded side. So in the opposite side, you have to mark 2.5 inch down, which is the cap height of the sleeve. Then extend this point, mark 1 inch inwards, and then draw the back sleeve. So this is the back sleeve. So just join this point and then mark 1/2 inch inwards from the center. Then draw the front sleeve. This is the front sleeve. And again I am going to mark the sleeve bottom round, which is 6.5 inch plus seam allowance. So join these 2 points. Now cut it. Then open the fabric and then trim the front sleeve. With this, bodice cutting is complete. Now I'll share you how to cut the bottom. Just open the fabric and fold it widthwise. I have folded the fabric according to the required width of the pant and then leave some open space and draw a straight line to trim the raw edges. In my measurement, length is 40 inch. So from this point, I am going to mark 40 inch. Extend this point and trim the excess fabric. Similar to this, cut the back portion as well. This is the open side and you will have 4 layers here, and the other side is the folded side, and the first 2 layers is for the front portion and the other 2 layers is for the back portion. From this point, mark 2.5 inch as the belt length and then extend this point. And now mark 9.5 inch, which is my hip measurement, divided by 4 plus seam allowance. So 9.5 inch plus seam allowance, so I am marking 11 inch here. So here you can see I have marked 1.5 inch extra as a seam allowance. And then from this point I am going to mark the crotch length, which is 11 inch in my measurement. Extend this point and then join these 2 points. Here draw a slight curve So these are all the measurement I have marked for the pant. I'm just showing it one more time. Now we can see the bottom round measurement. So from this point, I'm going to mark 9 inch. Now join these 2 points. Before that, mark 1 inch above for folding at the bottom. Now extend these points. With this marking is complete, now I am going to cut this. So this is how it looks, and that's it. Now I am going to share you how to stitch this front portion placket. For that I have taken 2 strips. So check the right side of the strip and place it here. Length of the strip is 6 inch and width is 2 inch. Similarly, the other strip width is 2 inch and length is more than the first strip, which is 8 inch now. So what I am going to do is just place this at the wrong side of the fabric and then make a stitch here up to this point. Similarly, place it here and make a stitch up to this point. Then turn the fabric and then place the other strip here and start sewing it. And now this is how it looks. I am going to cut it. So after trimming this is how it looks. Then turn this to the right side of the fabric. And fold it once and then make a stitch at both the sides. Stitch up to this point, then turn the fabric and then start sewing the other side. And now that's it. So the other side also I am going to make a stitch here. After this, I am going to overlap both the strips exactly like this and I am going to make a stitch. So after this point, just fold the strip once and make a stitch here. At this point, you have to stitch diagonally also. I finished sewing. So now I am placing the back portion on the front portion and I'll make a stitch at the shoulder. After attaching the shoulder, take the cross piece like this and fold at the edges and then start sewing it. Firstly, I am attaching the shoulder. And then I am placing the bias tape here and then I'll start making a stitch. I'm just placing the bias tape at the wrong side of the fabric. After attaching this, I will turn and make a stitch at the right side of the fabric. So the other end also you have to fold it like this and start sewing it. And that's it. So now I'm turning the bias strip at the right side of the fabric and start sewing it. So that's it. Here you can see I finished the neckline and also I finished attaching the shoulders. And also I have cut out the required fabric for the pocket. So the width is 4 inch. I have folded it. After folding, the width is 4 inch and the length is 4.5 inch. So you have to fold all the other ends and I have to place it here and make a stitch. After attaching the pocket at the front portion, I'll show you how to attach the sleeves. Just check the right sides and also the front portion of the sleeve. Then place it at the center of the shoulder. Match the center of the sleeve with the center of the shoulder and then start sewing it. Repeat the same procedure for the other side of the sleeve as well. This is the top portion of the pocket. Now just place it here. Now you can see I finished this raw edges. Now I am going to make a stitch at the sides of the pockets. I finished attaching. Now I am going to attach the sleeves to the top. Now repeat the same for the other side of the sleeve as well. Here you can see I've finished attaching the sleeves and also the pocket. Now I'll share you how to attach the sides. For that, adjust the fabric and then starting from the sleeve round, attach till the hip point. So from here till this point you have to attach it. After this is the slit portion. So just fold this twice at the wrong side of the fabric and start sewing it. Similarly, repeat the same for the other side also. So this is the hip point. So starting from here, attach till the hip point. And then after this is a slit portion. Just fold it twice to the wrong side of the fabric and then start sewing it. After attaching, we have to fold the bottom twice and then start sewing it. For both front and the back portion, you have to repeat the same. So how much seam allowance you have given, that much you have to mark it and then start sewing it. Stitch up to the hip point. After that is the slit portion. So just fold it twice and then start sewing it. Now lift the pressure foot and turn the fabric and then start stitching. Repeat the same procedure for the other side also. After this, just fold the bottom twice and then make a stitch at the inner edge of the fabric. Repeat the same procedure for the front portion also. So this is how it looks. Here you can see I have finished attaching the side, slit portion, bottom portion and everything. With this top portion stitching is complete. This is how it looks. Now I'll share you how to stitch the bottom portion. So here you can see this is the front portion and the back portion. So make a stitch at the crotch area. After attaching the crotch area, fold the bottom twice and start sewing it. Now fold this and make a stitch. Repeat the same for the other side also. Now I am folding the bottom twice and then I am making a stitch. Both the sides crotch area I have finished. This is how it looks. Now bottom portion also I finished attaching. So arrange the fabric. For that you have to lift it here and then arrange it. So starting from here, make a stitch at the center. After attaching the center, fold the top portion twice and make a stitch here in order to attach the elastic. At first, I am attaching the center. After attaching this, I have taken the top portion of the pant and then fold it once and start sewing it. Then fold it one more time and then start sewing it. Here you can see I have left some 1 inch space to insert the elastic. So with the help of safety pin, I am inserting the elastic. Overlap both the elastic and sew it. Then adjust the elastic to the pant and secure the elastic and make a stitch at the inner edge of the fabric. Now make a top stitch at the elastic so that the elastic never turns. With this, my stitching is complete. I hope you like this video. If you like it, then do like, share, subscribe and comment. This is how it looks. Thanks for watching.